Audiovisual.
Okay, tell us a little bit more about you.
Okay. I was supposed to be graduated by now, but unfortunately, because of the coronavirus, the pandemic, I couldn't shoot my movie, and I didn't graduate. Let's hope that I will be graduated during fall semester. And yes, I have studied audiovisual and film at ND.
Yeah, did we lose her?
I guess yes.
She'll come back.
This is me.
Okay. Okay, very good. We lost you a little bit there, but it's okay. I can understand your connection is not really very good in where you are. And could you introduce yourself also, Harag, once again?
Hello. So I'm Herag. I studied my BS in my major in BS is biology, and I studied microbiology, molecular biology, emphasis on microbiology in my graduate studies. I'm 24 years old, and I have a burning desire to be accepted, to get accepted in a PhD position in US, hopefully, and I will. And I'm working on it.
Day by day, week by week, because we just do things one thing at a time, so that
Yes.
when it is done one thing at a time, it is induced the process of the induction in the subconscious mind, right? The induction process, it goes into your subconscious mind, that which you want, that which you're going to get in the future. So let's start with our mastermind. Carol, you start with the first one. You see my screen?
Yes. Okay, I begin every mastermind meeting by reading these mastermind principles. The first point is I release. I release myself to the mastermind because I am strong when I have others to help me.
Mm-hmm.
I believe, I believe the combined intelligence of the mastermind creates a wisdom far beyond my own.
I understand. I understand that I will be more easily create positive results in my life when I am open to looking at myself, my problems, and opportunities from your point of view.
Um, we need to scroll down a bit, please. I can scroll it down, or it's only
There you
you.
go.
Okay, thank you. I decide to release my desire totally in trust to the mastermind, and I am open to accepting new possibilities.
Great.
I forgive. I forgive myself for mistakes I have made. I also forgive others who have hurt me in the past so I can move into the future with a clean slate.
I ask. I ask the mastermind to hear what I really want, my goals, my dreams, and my desires. And I hear my mastermind partners supporting me in my fulfillment.
I accept, I know, relax and accept, believing that the working power of the mastermind will respond to my every need. I am grateful knowing this is so.
Dedication and covenant. I now have a covenant in which it is agreed that the mastermind shall supply me with an abundance of all things necessary to live a success-filled and happy life. I dedicate myself to be of maximum service to God and my fellow human beings, to live in a manner that will set the highest example for others to follow, and to remain an open channel of God's will.
Yeah.
I go forth with a spirit of enthusiasm, excitement, and expectancy.
Yes, with the spirit of enthusiasm, excitement, and expectancy. Every single word has so much power in it. The power of the word, the power of the word that drives you, that drives your tendency to go forward and onward and upward in your life. From this point on, when we discuss about the think and grow rich, rich is not only the meaning of having material things, rich meaning being having an abundant life in four pillars of our lives. And the four pillars of our lives are having a good mindset, good thought, good ideas, good feeling, good spirit, good body, and of course, good finances. So we're going to ask our mastermind group, what did you have last week that really made you happy and it was a win for you? Harad.
Okay, so I have a good news for you. So I finally felt like it's a time to read your book. So I finished your book and I read your book and I loved it.
Thank you.
It's
Do
the
you
first
see
time I read.
relationship with this, what we're talking about?
Yes, I felt like now if like I read the book and I understood every single word and I connected with every single sentence. I felt like it was the proper time for me to read this book. If I read this book like 3 years ago or 4 years ago, maybe I
Was not going to
maybe
get anything.
yeah, exactly. Like I wasn't going to grasp or understand the meaning of each and every sentence, but now I do, and I really loved it.
Now, do
So
you
this was the
see,
highlight of my week.
can I ask you a question there?
Yes,
Do you see the person there that was lost and then she
yes,
found herself?
yes.
Do you see that being persistent and perseverance and having the faith?
The triple P's.
Exactly, the three P's: persistent, perseverance, and prayers, and having the hope, not knowing what does it mean, fate. Because when they say, what is fate? Well, can you explain me besides chemical or biological or physical way of what is air, but you can't see it, but you believe that there is air we breathe. So once you start really implementing this success points, that this book has been read millions and trillions of people, and it still stays very mostly read book besides the Bible and the Ayn Rand, who is an atheist and wrote the Atlas Shrugged and also the Fountainhead. This book stays in every successful people's library, and a home without a library, I don't consider that a home. The book was written because I had a pain, I had suffering, and I had a burning desire to bring out. I did not read that. I did not wrote that book for people. I wrote that for myself so that I can forgive myself the mistakes that I made and look forward with a clean slate, to look forward and see the light, how I can help my people. Obviously, that book was dedicated for the children of the world. So,
Yeah.
thank you so very much. I'm honored to be in your powerful presence. And thank you so very much being a great friend and confidant with Carolyn. Carol. And then let's continue.
Wait, I have two more things to say.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so I started working on my manuscript, and that is going to be published. And before the meeting, before 15 minutes, I got an email from my advisor. He sent me the names of the journals, the British and the American journals and Indian journal names. So I have to choose one of them and follow the regulations that and the requirements how to write the manuscript, and I'm going to follow and complete and write it and send it to my advisor to publish the work that I did for the past 3 years. And also because I'm self-improving myself, so I decided to attend webinars, and yesterday I registered for 2 online webinars on June 1 and June 8 so that I can attend and improve myself in the field that I graduated. The webinars are going to be held by professors from different universities, so that's a big plus to me.
Good. Wonderful. Thank you for sharing. How about Carol?
Hirak told me that you asked this question, so I wrote them down. Okay, just took some notes so that I won't forget. Okay, one thing that I'm doing, I'm translating feature films dialogue from English to Armenian. It's an
Wow.
American movie. It's a feature film. I think it's a student's movie. I don't know more details because my aunt just gave me this information and the text. I just contacted the person responsible for the movie's translation once. I was a bit shy to ask her a lot of questions. So I just asked her how long should it take for me to finish the translation. So this is what I'm doing now. It will be added on my CV. That's a positive point, I think. At least I'm
Wow.
going a step forward
Wow.
during this pandemic. Another thing is we're jogging, me and Tarag, we always jog.
That's wonderful.
in the afternoons for almost an hour.
Wow.
That's some kind of exercise, and it's
Stress relief.
a way to, yes, to vent. This is the
And
second positive point.
exercise, yes, to be in the nature, to really appreciate the mother nature that you have there. For that reason, you really make your immune system better. You're a scientist,
Yes.
guys, not me. Okay. Wonderful. How wonderful it is.
And I think this is it. The third point, I don't know if it's a positive thing, but I would like to share.
Sure.
Today I got a new mobile. I realized that material things don't make me happy anymore. Okay, I'm excited that I have a new phone, but it's not like a priority.
Okay.
I thought that's a positive thing.
Okay, that is very positive thing. Let's go through a little process that I have gone through with Harag and most of my customers. You may or may not see my screen, but I want to show you. I want to show you the ultimate scenario.
Mm-hmm.
The ultimate scenario is. Then we come to that. As you can see, this ultimate scenario, the top portion is one question only and one. What's important about having an iPhone or mobile phone? What's important about having a mobile phone to you, Carol? Now we start this not from the top, we started from the bottom. There are 7 levels of, we have to do this, Harak, because she needs to go through this.
Yes, sure.
the 7 levels of, is this better?
Yes.
Okay. There are 7 levels of same question asked, and you give us the very first one word that comes in your mind instinctively, subconsciously, subjectively, not objectively. Meaning that you don't have to think about it. Just whatever the question comes at that moment, because that's the moment when your heart opens up and you talk with your heart of heart. And we will solve a little question that you had there. So, Carol, what's important about having the mobile phone to you?
Okay, first thing, I think the first thing that came to my mind is communication.
Communication.
Lately, yes, lately I was having a problem using my old phone because the speaker is not working properly.
Okay. The word is communication.
Yes.
Okay, let me get a hard copy because I'm going to fill that up. Because you will see when you have an issue in the future, this is the sheet, and I'm going to email that to you. I won't take any phone calls. Okay, what's important about Carol having a mobile phone, iPhone, smartphone, communication? What's important about communication?
Okay, the first most important thing when I'm out of home, when my parents need me, they can talk to me so that they would know where am I, or if I need anything, and vice versa. If I need them, I can contact them.
Okay, that's great. So one word, what's important about communicating?
Okay.
You want to be connected, right?
Connected.
Yes.
Connected. So when you're connected, and what makes you feel about that connection?
Mm-hmm.
What's important about
safe,
that?
maybe?
Okay, I'm going to ask that same question. Okay, you had that smartphone for communication, and then when you had that communication, you got connected with your family. And after you get connected with your family, what made you feel that connection? How did you feel when you are connected? What's important about that?
Belonging, maybe, belongingness.
Okay. Bonding?
Yes.
Bonding and belonging. Can you tell me a little bit more about bonding and belonging?
Okay. I would feel a part of something. Maybe, you know, I would feel important I would feel I'm a member of my family. I don't know.
Right,
Valued.
right. Here you can have that, take a deep breath, and you say that your feeling is belonging, and you feel that you're a member of the tribe,
Yes.
member of a family. And how important it is to be a member of a family when you're connected. And when you share your connection, your thoughts, how important is that?
I didn't hear the question from the beginning.
Okay, when we will go back again, you have your smartphone and you were not so, meh, whatever, you know, I had a smartphone. And why do we have that? We have that for communication. And what's important about communication? You said, I want to be connected with my family. So when you're connected with your family, you feel bonded and bonding, and you feel belonging. And when you're belonging to a family, to a tribe, to a member of your group, let's say, member of very special friends, what does that mean to you?
I'm important. I'm valuable.
Love.
Okay, you're important, you're valuable, you're loved.
Yes.
You're loved. And so tell me more about this. Now you can talk a little bit. Tell me more about that. How do you feel about that? And how do you make people feel when you're loved, when you're a member of that clan or the tribe or their family, and when you feel very valuable? How do they see you? How do you influence them by having these core values? Those are your core values. Love, communication,
Yes.
belonging, connecting, energetic, right? How do they feel about that? It's not only about us. How do they feel about that?
They would feel, I think, safe.
Safe,
When they know that I'm safe, they will feel like comfortable.
okay? And when they feel safe, they're comfortable.
Yes.
And when we are searching only one word, Carol, I'm taking you there. There's one more step, because when we're taking you from the bottom of the 7th level, we're taking you to the highest version of yourself. What everybody wants in life. They want safety. They want to be comfortable. And when you are comfortable, when you're safe, when
Happy.
you are connected to these people, how do you feel?
I think I would get a bit egoistic.
Okay, just tell
No.
me. We're gonna go there. And how do you feel?
Uh, Relaxed. I don't know.
Relaxed, okay? You feel,
Satisfied, maybe.
pardon me, satisfied,
Yes.
okay? And all of these, having comfort, satisfied, peaceful, relaxed, safe, being connected, being belonging, being interesting, being loved, being warm, being energetic. Doesn't this make you feel happy,
Yes.
joyful?
Yes.
So the last word always is joy, happy. Okay? So do you see right now what we have in our hand? I'm going to change this version of me so that she can take a look at it. Right here. So I'm sitting in my office right now. So when you see these writings, which I will send it to you in an email, right? And I will sign that today's date is 5/29/2020, and that is the mastermind call, Think and Grow Rich. So do you see now how many people you are making happy? Not
Yes.
only yourself, because you acquire this machine in your hand. You said a word, egotistic. The ego is when your mind, not the brain, your mind is separated by 3 levels. You have the conscious mind, you have the subconscious mind, and superconscious mind. Okay, your mind is saying to Carol that I am egotistic. You are not egotistic, you are altruistic. Altruism. You are giving all these thoughts, you're giving this love, energy, enthusiasm. If I have this phone and we call it a smartphone, and if I don't answer this phone, that phone becomes a dumb phone. If your parents, they call you, and if you don't answer, that phone becomes a dumb phone. If your friend calls you and you are not answering the phone or giving that which you have inside, and that becomes a dumb phone. So this, in this world that we are living right now, you guys are living in an optimum of the beautiful time that you can utilize this tool, learning, reaching, being safe, and being joyful, listening to different things, and being comfortable, being relaxed, being member of the family, being connected, being belonging, being, bonding, and having a communication. Communication is cum is a word in Hispanic, Latin. Cum is with. Yeah, communion. Communion is the word of the communication. You have a communion with people. You are connecting with people. So I would want you to think about this before you go to bed. I think this is a good thing. I'm very happy I had this machine. Did that help?
Yes.
So I can see the smile on your face right now. So what happened last week with me is I had worked really very hard. We had 3 contracts together. That means, there is money and very, very hard work. And we had 2 referrals. This is talking about my own business. And my husband went back to work out of town. Most of the time we spent together at home because of COVID. And that really helped us together to see, because my husband was away 4.5 years. He works out of town and he comes only like Fridays and leaves on Monday. What a wonderful time to spend together, each one corner working and not really interrupting each other and valuing our times together. I cooked a lot of meals. Unfortunately, no Lebanese meal, but I do a lot of Lebanese stuff, right? And had enough time to read. And always remember, before I go to bed, I listen to podcasts. I listen to very highly enlightenment people, so that when I go to bed, my heart and mind are in peace. We are at chapter 3, and chapter 3 it talks about faith. How do we develop faith? And first of all, what is faith? Really, faith is, if you look at it in a scientific way, is energy, is a mindset. Faith is a substance that we cannot touch. There are a lot of substances we cannot touch, right, Harag?
Yes.
Faith is the substance. It's something that we cannot touch. It's a substance of things we hope for. And hoping is expectation of something's good going to happen to us.
Yeah.
Faith is a substance, something that we hope for, and evidence of it we don't see. Do you see the acorn when it's planted in the ground? Do you see it, how it grows the roots? And some patient people, they wait for that roots to grow so deep, and all of a sudden for months, acorn is
Blossoms.
yeah, it is the strongest tree, and it grows very slow. And all of a sudden, it comes out of the ground. So in this time of COVID, when you are feeling impatient, you think that you are not seeing the result of what you are planting the seed, and you are nurturing your thoughts with positive auto suggestions that you can't see it right now, but all of a sudden, wow, in 2 months, all this COVID time, I was putting my energy on nurturing my thoughts, nurturing my translation, talking to people, educating myself, listening to podcasts. All of a sudden, the time passes really very quick when the gossip stops. When you're hearing a lot of gossip, that's when your time elongates. But when you're learning something every day, something like this, to pass your time in 2, 3 months and 6 months, you will walk differently. Your tone of voice will be different. And I have taken voice training,
No.
voice training. I'm sure you do that in your movie. Your walking will be different, your talking will be different, and your energy that you create around you will be different. So when there will be negative people, that positive energy will really protect you, and they will repel themselves. They will not come to you.
Mhm.
Thoughts are things that comes positive or negative. So faith, how do we develop faith? Haran, tell us.
Yes. Mhm.
You read. Tell me what did you read? I read only like 5 pages.
From this chapter,
Yeah,
I read
five
I read
pages.
a lot.
Okay. How do you develop faith?
So yeah, so because it's something intangible,
Yeah.
so you have to develop it by, for me, it's by, first of all, connecting with God first,
Yes.
uh, believing second, working on improvements, like improving yourself, and like you have to have that base where uh, you gotta say that I can everything, like I can do it, I am, and once you make yourself think about the things that you are going to achieve, uh, the hope that, like you said, it's the assumption of something good is going to happen. Once you once you implant that positive things in your mind, like you're making your faith stronger, you're making yourself stronger, you're believing in yourself and becoming stronger.
Yeah. So
That's my type of.
yeah. The Joseph Murphy wrote a book, The Power of the Subconscious Mind.
Yes.
Joseph Murphy wrote a book. It's called The Power of the Subconscious Mind. Anything can be done with what you have in here. Don't look outside. The outside information that you take in, it will either break you or make
Or
you.
make you.
So, as I said, we have two minds there, 2, 3 minds, and also the sifting of it. So when you are saying, auto-suggesting yourself, I can do all things by following the word. I can do all things by following my teacher's instruction. I can do it. And the word I am, please use that not egotistically, use that word because the I am, the word has power in you, right? Have authority because you are taking responsibility. I am the person who really God said I am. I am the person that I'm going